Welcome to Happiest Places Home, the interior design channel. I'm Suzanne, an interior designer, and if you're into interior design, you'll love it here. In this video, we're exploring the brand new 2024 Pottery Barn ornaments for the season. They are very affordably priced, so there aren't dupes for these. We'll just enjoy the splendor and beauty of these ornaments to beautiful holiday music. And then afterward, I'm catching back up with you and we will take a look at the interior designer top picks out of all of the things that we've seen. And then we'll discuss a few great holiday gifts because they have certain collections of ornaments that make sense as hostess gifts or as themes. And then after that, we're heading to Lowe's and we're shopping for Christmas trees. I selected beautiful trees at different price points, and I'm sharing the tree that I bought for my own home. So I'll catch up with you at the end with those things, but I think we're about to have a very relaxing and fun experience just enjoying Pottery Barn's brand new designs of the ornaments first. So let's do that. I'm starting with my very favorite. It was hard to choose a favorite, of course, because they're all beautiful. But for me, I really like the idea of this floating candle ornament because they sell these with the hollowed out portion where you can actually light a candle, which is extremely dangerous, as you would assume. So this is the safer version of that. But I think that an ornament of this sort just glistens in that candlelight, and it's so nice to space those throughout the tree. I would do it as evenly as possible, so it might have a little stress involved getting it so perfect. I live on the water and a sailboat is pulling up right now, and it's just lovely. I would show you, but I'm right in the middle of recording, so let's keep doing that. Anyway, so the glistening effect of the glass with these candles is exceptional, and I think no matter what the theme is on your tree, adding these, it doesn't matter what type of ornaments, what color, adding a few of these throughout the tree could just make that designer difference that I think you'll really appreciate for years to come. So those are my very favorite. I wanted to introduce you to this cloche ornament. If you have cloche ornaments, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. You could almost put anything in an ornament that's a cloche shape and it would look beautiful. So there are these lovely miniature themes going on in them. And if you collect a lot of these, you can just have so many beautiful little things going on inside of them. And it can make anything look elegant. So, if you're ever at Disney World or some sort of place that has the wild and crazy ornaments, which I've bought, and those look great on trees too. But if you want something a little more elegant, you can get your Mickey and Minnie in your little cloche. Now, in this case, it has that really cute theme of the car traveling with the tree on top of it. And if you haven't been a fan of those because you feel like it's so thematic, in this case, you're just getting a little bit of that theme enveloped in elegance. So this is definitely one of my favorites. If I could get those first two, well, let's just say I want all of them. So let's move on. I am loving this silver etched ornament. It has a little bit of a Florentine feel, but I don't think that would be the reason to purchase it. So it has an aged effect on it, and if you did get out your silver cleaner, you could shine this right up and make it a bright silver ornament, of course. This reminds me of the type of gift that you would get for someone either as a hostess gift or for someone that you just don't know what to get them. It's one of those things that's a classic and they could be proud to display this. Silver ornaments tend to be a bit heavy, so if you buy it for yourself, which I would highly recommend because I own several silver ornaments and they just glisten, similar to the whole glass that we've been talking about. It's such an elegant and pretty aesthetic. Lady sitting on my lap, she doesn't like when I record, do you? No. Are you trying to talk to? Okay, so if you got out your silver polish, this could be in supreme condition, but they do want it to have that aged silver look. And that's good news for us who have the silver ornaments to know that you don't have to polish all of yours this year if the aged look is in effect right now. But it's a great price for a silver ornament, and I think it would just make such a nice gift too. Felt ornaments are so in, and I think this one is one that looks more like a classic than most. And I love a dog theme. So the idea that it's a dog is great, but also the plaid is unbeatable in this. It's so classic looking. And for $9.50, I think this is a really fun addition to the tree. I don't think I need to say more than that. Some people do, but I will, I guess. Some people do like to buy ornaments that look like their dog, but in this case, I don't think it matters. It's very sweet. The idea of having a small tree on your drinks table or your bar or your countertop in the area of your kitchen where you're going to have the drink set up, I think this is a fabulous idea. And it's not like any of us couldn't have thought of it, but seeing it in action is something completely different. So I wanted to say that this, I think, would be a great gift for someone that you know is really into hosting and does enjoy a beverage or two. But also, it's something that would be a cool theme for your own home. So I put together some ideas, also as a gift, of course. Let's talk about the gift aspect first. If you know someone that's into Manhattans or old fashions, getting the Manhattan and the shaker together, that's $22 if you bought both. That's a really great price for a gift. And also for a white elephant, if you know your recipient is into that sort of thing. Or if someone is super into champagne, you could do the champagne glass and bucket. That's also $22. And then espresso martinis, it's just a thing right now, isn't it? So if you got those as a pair, it would just be $3 more. So $25 to get the espresso maker, which is so cute. I love that thing. And the espresso martini. So $25 to get those as a duo. Or if you're getting all of these, you might be surprised to learn that to get every single one is only $69. So I thought that's a great price to have such a cute themed tree. And then in my tree shopping venture, I did find a few small trees that are nice, but I pointed out one in particular that I think would be great to pair with these. So we will get into that in a moment. But let's talk about another grouping that's already put together in a beautiful crate for you. I love the idea that this set does come in the crate. So cute. And I just like the price on it for a gift. You know, spending just under $50 for a hostess gift or a gift for a friend that you know always serves these, or just putting these on your own tree if it's something that you use to entertain all the time. It's a nice theme. I also think it's a great sign of the time collection of ornaments. So years from now, when people aren't so crazy over the charcuterie board, it will be a nice memory of this time where we were all crazy for charcuterie. Now, I think it's time for us to go head out and shop for Christmas trees together. And I hope you like the same ones that I do. But I had some really fun discoveries at Lowe's. It's always nice to walk into a store before the season really starts and to see so much Christmas all in one place. And I actually went specifically to look for Christmas trees. So it was a success. Now let's jump into this. Rather than a haphazard approach, I actually did organize this shopping trip for you from least expensive tree to the most out of my picks. And the least expensive tree that I'm showing you is this 7.5-foot flocked laurel pine. It's by GE. And the reason that I picked it is because, number one, it's $198, so I think that's a great price. $200 for a 7.5-foot tree that's high quality is a great price. So this has warm lights, and I prefer that. Do you? And they are diamond cut, which means they'll glisten a bit. But the reason this tree is inexpensive is because it doesn't have any features where the lights glisten or sparkle or change. And that's just perfectly fine with me. I like a warm white light. So this is great for that reason. And then with the diamond cut version of the light, it's nice because it will look like it's glistening a tad. This doesn't have a ton of lights on it. It has 450. That's fine when you're super into decorating a tree because you're going to cover that thing up, but you still have that lovely light peeking out through all of your beautiful ornaments. Now with this one, the GE trees come with, this is not sponsored by the way, I was just shopping for my own tree, but GE trees have extra lights in them, and if one goes out, the whole tree doesn't go out, so that's good when you're buying a pre-lit tree that you don't have to worry about that aspect of it. So this is the first tree I'm showing you and the least expensive, but the next tree that I'm showing you is the one that I purchased, so why don't we take a look? I'm going to take a second right before I share the details on my favorite tree to ask you if you like anything in this video and are considering purchasing it, would you use the link in my description box, or sometimes if you pause the video, depending on your device, a shopping bag pops up and you just scroll really easily down the list of everything in the video that was featured. And I just wanted to ask you that. I get a small commission and it does help support the channel going forward. And I appreciate you doing that in advance. So thank you if you do that. Now, also, before I talk about my tree, of all of the gorgeous trees in the store, they fluffed them to perfection. And the tree that I picked is the one that they kind of didn't finish the job. But I loved it so much. It looks great anyway. But I just wanted to mention that. It might look a little not fluffy in some parts, but they just didn't do the fluffing on this one. All of the other ones they did. I thought that was funny. All right, so let's talk about my Hayden tree that I chose. This one is $298 for the 7.5 foot, and they do have a 9 foot at $598. But I loved the price. Perfect for the budget that I was looking for, the $298 for the 7.5 foot. This is made by a company called Holiday Living. It has 700 lights. It does have a color changing feature, but I like the warm white lights the best. So you can have it on warm white steady, you can have it on a fading warm white, or you can have it alternating, of course, or alternating between the two, or just the multicolor if you like that. Some people love a multicolor because it reminds them of their childhood, or just a bit festive, you know. But it's nice that you can switch around depending on your mood that day. The next one is $100 more, $398. And this is the Carolina Pine from GE. This one, what I liked about it, it has the berry-shaped lights. So these really beautiful spheres. And I just think that's a very nice look. Now, these have 800 lights, and it does have the white, warm white, or multicolor function, just like my tree does. Now, it has just a snowy flock on it that's very delicate. And I thought you might like that aspect of it too. So we've got like just the touch of flocking. And I think this tree is very natural looking. It has kind of an upturned branch, so it is easy to hang ornaments on it, and you don't have to secure them any more than that by twisting the what's it called, the little ribbon around twice or anything like that, which isn't a problem. That's not hard to do. But I thought this one was really pretty. It's got the little stepper so that you can turn it on with that function. And it has the different aspects where you could have just the warm white, just the multicolor, or there are a lot of different show functions on this one. And I love the sphere though. That's what's really selling me on this one. So I wanted to have that as one of my top picks. And then we have one more tree coming up that's quite special. This tree is the most stunning because of the amount of lights and the way that the light shines. So these are 3,000 warm lights on the 7.5 foot tree. The 7.5 foot is priced at $698. If you prefer a 9 foot tree, I think this is priced really well for you though. So the 9 foot is $798, only $100 more than the 7.5 foot, which I thought was a little bit rare. Now, you could create a runway of these trees and land a plane because it is so spectacular with the lighting. So that 3,000 warm lights is just really stunning. This is, again, the Madison Fir by GE. And I think this is a really nice pick if you do have that budget range. Very lovely. I was looking at the pint-sized trees. I wanted to share them regardless of this new fresh idea to have a bar little tree. And I chose this one for the project, but also it was a surprise to me that it's actually the pint-sized version of the tree that I bought. So I actually just went on Lowe's website and ordered one, and I didn't realize this, but the trees are also delivered free, So that's great news. But let me tell you about this one. So it's 4 feet high. It's also by Holiday Living. This one's called the Snowy Berkshire. It's $79 for this. So how fun. So you can have one by the bar or just on your kitchen countertop, and then the other in the nearby featured spot in your living room or entryway, whatever it is. Anyway, how fun. So I thought that was a great price to have that little magical touch of what the larger tree has. And maybe you don't need a big tree, and that is why I was going to show smaller ones, just in case. I want to thank you for watching this festive season edition of Happiest Places Home, the Interior Design Channel. I'll see you very shortly, maybe even sooner than Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.